Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play series for Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I am S.A.N, and we last left off, we had started exploring the region outside Eldin Volcano to help the Gorons. And as I'm sure you can tell from the title of this chapter, things have not exactly gone according to my hopes, but we'll get to that in a moment. In the meantime, we have to go find the other Goron Elder to aid the current Goron Chieftain in hopes of finding a shortcut up to Eldin Volcano. Also, we're going to grab this lava rock echo. So the other one is in the Lizalfo's burrows. We're going to go head over there and see if we can find them. There's too many bombs over this way. I think it's the easiest way will just be to water block over that little wall we saw there with the rift forming on it. It's probably going to be the simplest way. As long as we stay away from any of the monsters and the lava, this should be fine. More slugmas. Well, they're no match for my Ice Wizrobe. So this is what the lava rock echo is for, obviously. Alright, so he's dealt with them. Should just be able to drop down, I think. Alright, so another warp point. That's good. And we can now warp back here if we need to. We shouldn't need to. I don't think we're coming back here. I'm going to take a quick cat nap. Get used to me doing that in this video. Eldin is a very dangerous location. Alright. This is the Lizalfo's burrow. Let's head in here. And once again, we find the other Goron Elder, but now he needs our help. What happened to them? Well, let's find out. Yes, that's him. Do you know the way to the top of Eldin Volcano, or are we just wasting our time here? Their best defensive position is to curl up in a ball. New type of Lizalfos. Probably one of those Rift-born versions. Yeah, probably one of those rift shadow things. We'll deal with them. Alright. In the meantime, we have some regular Lizalfos here. Well, they're not much of a threat. Oh, there's another one. Good job guarding the door into your burrow. Shame you're not guarding the entrance, the place that attackers will come from. Yeah, well. This one deserves to be flash frozen. There we go. Alright. Oh, okay. Slightly more higher ranked version of Alphos. It used to be Dynalphos as well in Majora's Mask, I believe. Was the last, they showed up since then, I think. I think that may have been the first time show. I don't think they showed up in Ocarina of Time. Alright, this Alpha's level 2, apparently. No, just a standard upgrade version. Okay. I'm glad they brought back a lot of classic Zelda enemies for this game. A bunch of these haven't been seen in a very long time. Well, I mean, they showed up in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but that was also part of them bringing back a lot of classic Zelda enemies. I mean, when was the last time we saw a Gleeok, for crying out loud? The last time I think I remember seeing one was, I think there was a boss fight against one in Oracle of Seasons? Oh no, there was also one in, yeah, Phantom Hourglass. There was a boss fight again. But it's been a long time, I mean. That's at least close to a decade So. Yeah. And, yeah. So, what are we actually up against here? More fire keys and another Lizalfos with a trident. Ah, yep, yeah, he's gonna sweat in here and melt faster. Okay. I mean, you still can't reach him. So, I'm not seeing what the problem is here. Alright, so what are we up against? Yeah, more Riftborn ones. And they seem to have been fighting their own, if that broken trident is any indication. Maybe we can use that to our advantage. Alright. Some boulders on the ceiling. Yeah, we can't see that because we can't see the ceiling. Alright, he has a plan apparently. Goron ground pound. Oh, well, that took out 2 of them. That makes it slightly easier. Well, good job. You're proving more useful already than my last Goron companion. Alright, let's take them afar with magic. Unfortunately, the Wizrobe is going to just teleport in there. And that might cause us some problems because now it's going to alert them. Okay. Yeah, so they require 1 more hit than the regular versions. Alright. Ooh, if they line up properly, maybe I can hit both of them. Yeah. The Wizrobe can just float out of harm's way from them, but I'm not. And also, the floor is literally lava. Wow, they do a lot of damage. Anytime you want to step in here and help, you know. No. It's all on us. Fine. Well, fortunately, it wasn't too bad. Yes, let's go inform the Elder that we easily solved his problem. Yes, do you know the way to Eldin Volcano? Do you know the shortcut? Great. Well, I'm glad to know we did all this for nothing. They really seem to not have much faith in Dartston as their new chief. I mean, he's doing a pretty good job so far, with our help. But still. I feel kind of bad for the guy. See, you're completely ruining his confidence. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, you did it. Yeah, you helped us defeat those monsters. Yeah, but your plan worked out. Well, I suppose this is better than one who's overconfident and not having the skill to back things up. Yeah, well, that's the that's what separates those who succeed from those who fail. The desire to never give up and continue despite adversity. Yeah, maybe if we can get both of them talking, they'll figure it out. Alright. Quick cat nap, and then we're out here. Alright, by some minor miracle have you two figured things out in my absence, and I now know which way to go up to Eldin Volcano? I guess not. Yeah, well, we can't really blame him for not remembering something, the secret shortcut that probably hasn't been needed to be used in who knows how long. She's back in the day, yeah, so it's a really old story passed down, probably become rumor, hearsay. May not even be a reliable account at this point. How in the world do you purify yourselves in it? Well, I suppose technically, yeah. Lava will purify things in the same sense that fire will sterilize things. In fact, it burns things to ash. Alright, apparently the secret is in the Goron Chieftain's room. Alright. Well, that's another reference to Ocarina of Time. That was definitely the case last time. There was a secret passage up to sorry, not Mount Doom. That's the Lord of the Rings. Death Mountain's crater last time. We used it last time. Yeah, I remember that. Portrait. I was in there and I don't remember seeing a portrait. Alright, just to check. Is this it? Is this metal thing here interactable with? Can I... No, okay, I just wanted to make sure. Was that there last time? I don't remember that. Oh, there's something moving out of the way. Maybe it was covered. Alright, well I see one bolt has fallen off. Presumably we need to cast Bind on the other one and remove it. Yeah, so this is quite similar to Ocarina of Time. It was a statue last time that was blocking the path, but it's the same principle. Alright. Hopefully this is the case then. Alright, and we should pull this off, and now it... Oh, it falls and breaks, smashes. Oops! Sorry, Darston. I hope you weren't attached to that portrait. Apparently he's not. Alright, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the shortcut. Let's go. Oh joy! More lava! I guess I should not expect there to be less lava. We are heading up to a volcano. How am I supposed to get across here? If you can't fly, borrow some wings. Am I supposed to use the keys somehow? Yeah, what exactly do you mean by that? Anyway, I have a better idea. First, let's get rid of the keys. There we go. And now, just walk on some clouds to get across. Yeah. The, if I remember correctly... Whoa! Yeah, get used to me doing that. There's gonna be a lot of that coming up. Like, as I said. I mean, you can see where I got the... Why I called this, the chapter the title I did. There we go. That was the ceiling, by the way. The ceiling is quite low in here. That does make these clouds a bit of a double-edged sword because you have to build them up as a staircase, kind of. So Darston's going to meet us ahead. Okay, more of these wind pillar things. They're more of a nuisance than anything. I imagine they're part of how you're supposed to do this. Alright, yeah, see, because they disrupt the my clouds. Alright. Oh, they also love dropping you in lava, by the way. Just in case you're wondering. Alright, yeah, let's just... Alright, made it here. Why were they coming this one? Why didn't I just... Okay. There we go, build up and around. Staircase of clouds. Very inventive. I prefer finding my own ways to do these things. You know this now by this point. Alright, so we're gonna need the lava rock echo here. Just apparently you can just slip off the side there. I mean, this is why I really don't like Eldin. I mean, come on. Who would want to live here if you weren't, you know, fireproof? Alright, and the treasure chest is another monster stone, which I now know are useless. Alright. Fortunately, we made it to the exit with taking minimal damage. Oh, good. More lava. Alright, I think I'm going to need the lava rock echo at this point. I should probably just favorite that. Yeah, slight problem with this echo. It's costly. Which means I cannot summon multiples. That is a bit of a problem. Alright, distant cast to that, but see, now, how do I get to it? Oh, I can bind this one. Oh, great. That didn't work. Oh, it kind of did. It positioned them a little bit. Let's just maneuver it a bit now. Alright, maybe at this distance I can jump from one to the other. Oh, not if I hit the ceiling. Alright, there we go. Huh. Yeah. Alright, now I can conjure another one on this side. Kind of create this sort of stepping stone path. Maybe. Nope. Okay, yeah, that works too. Just position it a little bit. Yeah, that way I can get a bit closer, and now the next time I summon this one, it'll be on that lava pillar. Oh, and that didn't work. Alright, I have to redo it again. That's the really annoying thing. Every time I fall in the lava in one of these things, doing one of these lava block puzzles, I have to redo it all. Because you go back to where you were. There we go. Jumping from there helps. Alright. Oh, that's a really long one. Yes, Zelda. I imagine it would be scalding hot. Oh, treasure chest over there. Yeah, so this is the way out. But I want to get the chest first. The heat would kill me long before the lava did. I just want to point that out. Well, technically speaking, you can't stand this close to lava. It generates a lot of heat. Being close to even fire heats you up quite a bit. Lava is massively hotter than fire. We would be melting. We would be dead. Make no mistake. If this were a real game, sorry, real life, not a video game, we'd be dead. Alright, so now we're on a bridge, but yeah, another quick cat nap. Alright, this bridge better be stable. I don't want to fall in. Oh joy, a massive rock. Oh, looks like Dartston is finally caught up. Well, maybe he can come up with a plan. Because my brain must be boiling in this heat at this point. Yeah, well, volcanoes are not exactly known for being the most stable of environments. Alright. Based on the size and type of the stone, the angle I'll need to use is... Okay. So if he has a plan... his plan is punch it, apparently. Okay, there's a crack now. Alright. But this slate is like a map to my father. Yeah, so it's a memento, basically. So the idea of not having it around anymore makes me... Okay. Okay. I'm not sure how we helped him figure things out, but we did. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with relying on what's written on a slate or in a book to help you govern things. That's kind of... Oh. Number 56. Okay. What is that slate made out of? Get creative with what you got. Yeah, that is basically it. I do feel kind of bad for him. I mean, yeah, that slate was an important memento of his father. I know they're trying to say it's like it's a sacrifice. It's a sign that he's a great chieftain, but trust me, that would not be easy for anyone, and that's kind of sad to lose it behind. I know he still has the memories of all these things. He's probably read it so many times he hasn't memorized. Yeah, see. But still, it's kind of a sad moment there. It's a bittersweet moment, I guess is the phrase. Yeah, he is developing more confidently, despite the fact everyone seems to have zero confidence in the guy. Oh, ow, sure. Just gonna fall. We haven't made it even to some of the more difficult parts of this video yet, and I'm already frustrated with the lava. Alright, let's open up this rift and get this over with. Yeah, this is where we kind of have to go. Yep. So, yep. we have to go inside now and deal with whatever monster is inhabiting this rift. Alright, let's jump in and hope we don't automatically get incinerated because the rift is in lava. No, we're fine. Alright, as you can see, this stilled version of Eldin Volcano has lots of lava. Stilled lava, which will still burn me if I fall in it. So, have to be extra cautious here. Not a lot of terra firma to stand on, unfortunately. Alright. Fortunately, there aren't many enemies to speak of. They've been kind in that regard. Alright, whew, that was close. Almost fell. Then again, I have her falling onto a rift and into lava. Strange as that sounds, it's just a preference thing. Too high. Alright. There we go. Yeah, there are some Gorons in here. Oh dear. Not the best time for that to happen. Oh, great. Ah. Okay, I wasn't serious about preferring to fall into the rifts than into lava, people. It was a joke. Yeah, he's gonna be a problem if he follows this. Just freeze him. There we go. He can fall to his death now. Alright. Okay, water blocks are fine. Apparently, as long as they don't get into the lava, presumably. Alright, so which way to the temple? That way, most likely. Off to my left. Should probably check what's over here, though, just to be safe. They don't usually put heart pieces in these rifts or anything, but that'd be something useful. No, that's the wrong button. Yeah, okay. They really like throwing these fire octorocks at us. Come on, one more ice spell. There we go. Yellow real... Oh, okay, apparently it got too close to the lava and fell in? How does it... It can fly! Never mind. I guess it was following me, and because it's controlled by an AI, it just went into the lava. Oh. That's one of the downsides to summon creatures. And, okay, apparently if it spits the bomb on top of you, you pick it up. As I was saying, it's one of the downsides to AI-controlled summon creatures in video games. This would never happen in any real-life situation, but because this is a video game controlled by a computer, it will just do stupid things like that. Okay. Yeah, okay. I need to come up with some way around this. Alright, I can do that, but now what? It's just, I'm just stuck now. That's all. Alright, what about this? Will this... Okay, kind of... Okay, it doesn't last, though. So, no. It will melt in the lava. That makes sense. Rock will melt in lava. How far can I summon that? Pretty far, but not close enough. Right, okay, yeah, that might work. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. Put it up there. I can, but I can't reach it now. Yeah, I keep trying to think of a shortcut through these problems because, yeah, I can't just... I can keep summoning them all day, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, but I can't reach that one. Yeah, see, this is kind of the problem. Yeah, I'm just trying random stuff here now. Alright, time to rest. Alright, let's see if I can use this platform thing. Okay, no, it dies in lava. Alright. But... I might be able to use it just here, and then I go on the... Okay, I'm going to try using the water block echo first. I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, because it'll just destruct it. But I should be able to... Yeah, it just shatters the water. But I should be able to use this to get on top of it. Alright, now I have elevation, and now my plan with the clouds should work. There we go. Wow. That platform echo is so useful. Seriously, I don't remember how I would have got through this last time without it. Oh, I've reached the ceiling. That's going to be a recurring problem here. Oh, I landed in the lava. Alright, let's do it again. It's a good thing I'm so stubborn, otherwise I probably would have given up at some point when recording this. See? That's what I said. That's what I said to Dartson. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail are those who are determined to continue despite adversity. And good grief, was there a lot of that in this. Alright, finally. Almost half hour in, we're finally at the dungeon. Eldin Temple. Alright. For anyone who was thinking that the worst was over, you're wrong. The worst is still to come. Alright. But fortunately, we get a bit of a break. So, Eldin Temple's a pretty standard fire temple design. Lots of fiery enemies. Lots of the floor is lava, as you can see. And lots of lava puzzles. Fortunately, I'm getting better at those. And for the most part, these puzzles aren't that difficult. I definitely favorite that at some point, but I haven't done it yet. I can't remember when past me did that. That's an interesting concept. That's something I've been introduced to in doing these voice recordings in post as opposed to while I'm playing. Obviously, recording the footage and the audio separately has created this sort of interesting gap, kind of, where I have to look back at what I did at the time and have to think, why was I doing that at the time? It made sense at the time when I was playing. Alright, well, sometimes you get tunnel vision, especially when you're focused on things like this. And then when some time has gone by, because I usually record these voiceovers a couple days later, it just, you just forget what you were thinking at the time, because it's not really all that important anymore. Alright. In the meantime, I've managed to get over here and get a key. So we have a locked door there, but I want to see what's in that other room first. Okay. Yeah. You think we're close to getting the bombs soon? Because there's tons of bombable rocks everywhere. And bombable blocks everywhere. Obviously, I have this bomb-spitting thing. I can't remember what it's called. I could easily just summon it. And in fact, I'm probably going to here. Because it is a bit more reliable than just the bombfish echo, what I've been using up until now. Since I got it. In my defense, I've only just recently got this. Yeah, the Zero Echo. Zero with an I. And 2 R's. Okay. Okay, I'm immune to the bomb blast. That's good. Just gonna keep spitting bombs everywhere. Alright, so what's in here? A twisted pumpkin. I'm probably never going to have to use any of those because I don't know how effective Dompe's stuff is. I don't remember it being very good. I remember investing somewhat in it last time and I was disappointed. Alright. What's through here? Oh joy, more lava. Okay. There's a few rooms like this where there's like a lava tide? Elevate? Just like, yeah, like that. The lava comes in and the lava goes out like the tide. And it is like, okay. And we have to navigate this within a specific time limit to avoid, you know, getting submerged in lava and incinerated. A golden egg. How has this chest survived being in the lava, let alone the egg, which, I mean, should be charcoal, if anything. Alright, my plan is to avoid interacting with the lava as much as possible. Alright. This is, alright, there's a locked door there. Either this is sealed because there's monsters in here, or there's a switch. Probably a switch, because that means I have to interact with puzzle one. Alright, in the meantime, let's just kill the Tweelus and see what happens. It's amazing it'll stay frozen while in lava. Yeah, there's a switch somewhere. Probably under one of these rocks. Oh, there it is. Alright. There we go. Now we just need to make our way over to it. Up on here. Oh! Didn't levitate high enough, fast enough. Sorry, buddy. Well, the benefit of summoned creatures, they are basically expendable. Oh, I can't jump up on it, yeah. Slight problem. I mean, I definitely should have just, there we go. I should have just used the clouds to go over there. I would be out of this room by now. Yeah. Unsurprisingly, the water blocks evaporate into steam immediately. Oh, joy. Yet more lava. Everyone's gonna get tired of me saying lava. Oh, dear. Lava by the end of this. I'm definitely gonna get tired of saying it. Alright, just be a bit quicker. They just put the volcanic octoroks in the most inconvenient places sometimes. Yeah, for some reason he will try and cast at enemies he can't see, instead of just, you know, teleporting down to where he can see to blast them. Well, I can't jump that, so we're gonna need to move this again, I think. Alright. That should be good enough. Oh, I hit the wrong button! Well, that hurt, but it doesn't screw up my work at least. Ah, but it's not enough. I mean, seriously, who wouldn't get tired of this? People go on and on and on about the water temples in Zelda. And so many other things. I'll take water temples all day long over this. Yeah, just a bit more elevation is all we need. There we go. Those lava rock echoes costing 4 try points. It's rough. Yeah, okay, I need to take a bit of a bed, a bit of a rest. Bed over lava here. That's a good idea. Alright, so more volcanic air jets. Alright, just timing this one's fine. But yeah, there's going to be a continuous one at some point. Alright. Odds are good I need whatever's in that chest. So, now I need to figure out how to do that. I can't just summon the... Well, maybe I could have. I just see a way of doing it now, but I don't think I figured it out then. Yeah. So basically what I think I should have done is conjure this volcanic rock just above that ladder there, bind myself to it, and then use it as an umbrella. I didn't think of that then, so I'm not doing that, though. I'm going to keep trying to get these to line up, and unfortunately I can't without getting burnt. Yeah. Yeah. Can't cast quite that far. Huh. What did I do? I actually don't remember. We'll find out here in a moment. I'm positive I do get this chest. Oh, maybe this is what I do. Alright, that works. Now I just need to bind myself to it. There we go. So same sort of idea. But this works actually a bit better. Alright, it was the map. I definitely needed the map. Alright, so... I'm going to look at the map here in a moment, but I'm going to leave the room first, I think. Which means I have to come back, because I'm pretty sure there's a chest down there I missed. Yeah, locked door, which I don't have a key for yet. Not a very big temple, only 3 floors, so it's not that bad. This one's probably meant to be done before the one on Lanayru. As you can see, there's a chest down there I missed that I have to go back for. So we're going to do that now. Do a little backtracking. That's fine. Backtracking to an area you missed is part of these games. That's why I always enjoy getting the map. I know some people find getting the map and specifically the compass kind of a disappointment because they don't really help you very much. I've always found them quite handy. Alright, time to plug up this little hot air jet. And now I just need a little bit of elevation here. Thank you, water blocks. Oh joy, more lava. It's gonna become like a catchphrase by the end of this. Alright. I'm guessing the switch I need for this is the other way. Let's take a bit of a break first and rest up. As I said, I do that quite often because I take a lot of damage in this place. Okay, yep, apparently just touching the lava is enough. Okay. So, we have an ice switch, which I need to get to hit somehow. I mean, this would be a lot simpler if I just take care of that slugma, but I suspect it's probably not gonna happen. No, I'm just gonna use the bow, aren't I? Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah, I upgraded the bow last time, so now I can shoot these charged magic arrows. Alright, I'm not gonna make it back up before the lava. Well, that's fine. I'm used to that at this point. I mean, seriously. I don't understand why people have fond memories of any of these fire temples. Because I do not. Alright, there's the key I need. I'm still on fire. Alright, yeah, this is... despite the fact I'm taking more damage here than I did in the Eldin Temple, I'm pretty sure this is meant to be the one we're supposed to come to first. Because it is a bit of a simpler layout, it's just there's lava everywhere. That being said, I don't see the point in doing things in intended order when you have free will. What's the point of doing that? If you have the option of doing these 3 dungeons in the order, why not play them the order you want to do them? Honestly, I'm regretting not going to S.A.N first at this point, probably. I definitely will by the end of this. Alright, what's behind this locked door? I went through a lot to get this key. Okay. This looks like a mini-boss arena. Oh, well, look who it is. We're not even bothering with the charade this time, are we? Alright, yeah, bombs. I called it. We were definitely meant to come here first. Well, let's see how you like taking on my new Ice Wiz robe. See, if I come here first, I wouldn't have had the Ice Wiz robe. So he doesn't freeze. That's fine. A lot of boss level enemies are immune to status conditions like that. Okay, he can teleport around. Oh, he has Bombachus! Are those the upgraded... Okay, so the bombs are lethal to my Ice Wiz robe. Phase 2 already, wow. Imposter Link is slouching. My Wiz robes are doing a number on him. He only has one method of attack, which is kind of the problem with these. Okay, technically 2 methods of attack if you want to count the Bombachus. Despite how dangerous they may seem, the fact is his aim is not very good. And we just have to stay out of the blast radius of the bombs. And apart from that, this is a very, very, very straightforward mini-boss. They're on the ceiling. Well, I'm not on the ceiling, Imposter Link, so I'll take my bombs and my victory. Hooray! We finally have bombs! I think this is the latest in any Zelda game that we've ever gotten bombs. And no, despite the fact it's technically being partly my choice, does not matter. This is still a second act of the game. Alright, we have the Bombs of Might. We now have all of the Sword Fighter form's weapons. So we're good for that now. Treasure chest there. Path down below. Wow, leading down 2 floors. And a bunch of Tweelus. Yep, and tons of opportunities to try out our new bombs. Yeah, we were definitely meant to come here first. I don't think the bombs are going to come in really handy there, are they? Probably should have summoned the Zero. I'm probably going to go for the bomb fish here. Yeah, I am. I know myself. I'm going to try and summon in that gap. Yeah, that's not going to work. I'm going to try it again from a bit of a distance. And now I'm going to actually try just using the bombs. And they're also not going to work. Yeah, alright. I actually use the bed echo as a bridge once more because this gets me a bit closer. There we go, that'll take care of it. Yeah, I hit the wrong button again. I do that sometimes. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is the way out, so probably need to go the other way first. Well, it's nice that my Ice Wiz robe isn't just completely vulnerable to fire, and the fact it just dies if it gets set on fire, like it is in Tears of the Kingdom of Breath of the Wild. Alright, apparently I'm just leaving here, despite the fact I'm pretty sure I need to come back. We can go back the other way. Apparently I'm getting tired of searching for those bomb echoes. I'm just going to use the actual bombs now. Despite it's kind of being a waste of energy. Because I'm attacking, because the bombs are an attack. My Wizrobe is going on alerts to reference 100 rupees. That's nice. I am replenishing my supply here. Oh, never mind. This is just like a dead end, basically. Leading to something. Probably a key we're going to need. Another Wizrobe fight. I love these, watching these happen. Hey, they almost crossed spells at me there. There we go. I'm trying to figure out which one's mine when they show up. Their teleportation spells look the same. There we go. The timing for those is sometimes difficult. Alright, and my reward is a key. Yeah, I suspect this much. Well, it's good I came to get this, as opposed to backtracking. And now take another cat nap. Like I said, I do that a lot. Alright, and now for this other path. Apparently, he can cast through this dark webbing. That's good. Take them out for me. Well, from a distance before I head over there. There we go. Good job. Alright, now cut through the webbing. I just need to place those. Fine. Running low on energy, that's the problem. So. Oops, that's fine. It'll flop down there. Alright, and this chest contains another key. Alright, rare that we get so many of them in a row. Alright, well there's the first one. Alright, so that leads up to the boss door. So, presumably the boss key is down this way somewhere. That leads back the way we came, so we need to go through the locked door. Yeah. That was me checking them out to make sure. Oh, this next puzzle is quite insidious. It's well done, though. These wooden ladders do not seem to be in a good state, almost as if they've been exposed to some sort of natural element that causes them to deteriorate or something. I mean, you can see what I'm getting at here, but these things would not be standing if they actually were forced to endure what they were at this point. These molten are very hard to hit. There you go, they're zigzagging and this is annoying. Alright. So, yeah. Open the treasure chest, get the boss key. And now we need to hurry because this chamber is going to fill up with lava. Fortunately, this isn't too big of a deal. that because I already spotted this alternate path there because that ladder breaks. But I spotted this over here before, and I was already planning to go this way because I did remember this from the last time. This is quite memorable, obviously. And we make it out of here. Perfectly fine. And then this fills up with lava. Alright. And now we only have one path to go. And you're probably all wondering, wait, why is there like half an hour left in the video? We'll get to that in a moment. But first, more bombs. No, you have to actually put the bomb. There we go. Out of energy. Well, I have energy potions, so. Alright. And here's the second locked door, which we need to go through and up. Alright, ready to see the room that's going to take up the majority of the time that's left in this video? Welcome to quite possibly the most annoying puzzle in this entire game, as far as I'm concerned. This is a massive room that is basically a lake of lava with air jets and lava pillars, and you have to navigate it to get across to the boss door. This is genuinely one of the most irritating things I've ever had to do in a Legend of Zelda game. Yeah, I try initially to use the clouds, but that's not going to work. So, this is going to take a frustrating amount of time. In fact, I'm probably going to run out of things to say for commentary at some point. So first, just in case you don't want to skip ahead to the boss fight, because I didn't leave it out of this video, because I did that before and I didn't want to do it again, I'm going to put the timestamp in the video about this point. Skip ahead to there if you don't care about me going over this lake of lava dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of times. Alright, so for everyone who didn't just skip ahead to me finally getting across this lake of lava, welcome back to me suffering. So, the trick about this puzzle, as you can see, is trying to position this lava rock echo, and this is the part where I really got frustrated with the lava rock echo, because it only costs 4 tri-points on these pillars of lava, so that we can cross this path. It starts off kind of fine for the moment, despite the fact I've fallen in several times. The downside is we basically have nowhere to stand on apart from these lava rock echoes and the pillars of wind. And here's where things get really bad. Because look, there's, well, a couple of lava Octoroks, sure, but who cares about them at this point? We basically have to navigate on the most precarious path I've ever seen in any video game. And we have to position each of these lava rocks perfectly on these lava pillars to make it across, because as you'll see, otherwise, I am going to fall in the lava. Every single time. And we have to, how do we position them? We have to float on these little pillars of wind. And if we position them wrong, we fall on this side. And if we position them wrong another way, we fall on the other side. So we need to get them just right. And I'm sure you can tell by the tone of my voice that this is very frustrating. At this point, not so much, but we have to do this quite a bit more. Yeah, this was not fun. And this is where I decided on the title for this chapter, because, seriously. At this point, I just decide to take a break from everything and just use my Ice Whiz Robe to take out some of these monsters. Because, well, at some point, I'm going to need to go over that way, and those fire keys would definitely be a problem. Obviously, these volcanic Octoroks can't even hit me. It's just a slight break, and it also gives me something else to do, and I needed to do it at some point. Yeah, as you can see, oof. The funny thing is, I think that actually positioned it pretty close to what I needed. So there's technically 2 paths you can go here. I don't know which one's the correct one, because there's a wind pillar over there and there isn't one over here. So presumably this is just a dead end, but I guess there is some way of getting over there, but I couldn't figure it out. I basically had to go the other way. Oh, there, I made it. And again, just to clarify, each time I fall in, I have to go back to that spot I was just at. And position that, again, as you're about to see. And do this all over again. And eventually this just gets massively frustrating and it stops being fun. It stops being, like, aggravating as well. It just becomes this tedious Sisyphean task you have to do if you want to complete the game, and unfortunately it took a while. It's just like eventually, and there's no trick, by the way, from what I was able to figure out. It's just positioning, that's all. There's no trick, there's nothing I figured out that would get me through this any faster, any easier, and I tried a lot of things, as you're about to see, but yeah, it's just constantly falling in the lava, and occasionally taking breaks to heal because, well, otherwise I'll die. Yeah, we're not even halfway through the segment yet, I promise you. This took a while. Alright, for everyone still around now who still wants to continue to watch me suffer and hasn't just skipped ahead yet, again, to where that timestamp was posted, well, I don't really have much to add, unfortunately. That's one of the things. I'm probably going to run a commentary at some point here. Because this is not a difficult puzzle. In the fact that there's nothing really for me to figure out. It's just I have to position everything perfectly with pinpoint, laser-guided precision to make a pathway across. And this would be so much simpler if this lava rock echo costs 2 instead of 4. But it doesn't. And this is the world we're living in, so this is the reality we have. This is what we have to deal with. And yeah, it's just getting across here. I mean, I wish I had something more to say. I really do. I really wish I had something entertaining anecdote to entertain you all with from this point, but no, this was just as boring and tedious and aggravating as it seemed, unfortunately. Yeah, that's not right. I could make it there. Alright, see, at this point, you're probably thinking, okay, we've almost made it across. No, we've not. I told you where that timestamp was. That's where I managed to get across. We're still over 10 minutes away from that. Alright, that looks close. See... There. Right there. I hit the ceiling. Again, that's part of the problem. The lava pillars elevate you to the point that you hit the ceiling and try and jump off. I think I would have made it if the ceiling was higher. Well, maybe. I do not know for a fact, but it looked good enough to me that I actually decided to jump there. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to jump there a few more times. And it just wasn't good enough. Until it was. It's just a fact. Eventually, I got it positioned right. And I'm not sure what I did differently, or what I could have done differently. It's all just down to positioning and timing and everything. This unfortunately makes it a very, very, very tedious puzzle, as I said. Oh, and you're just constantly taking damage as well, obviously. Because you're falling the lava. I mean, there have been some difficult puzzles that have caused me to actually stop and think and figure things out. I like those. This isn't one of those. This is just kind of a... Well, I don't want to take shots at Nintendo for saying this is a badly designed puzzle, because I love the games, and I love playing this game. But this one was not fun. And as you can see, I need to take yet another break to rest and recover. Alright, I'm going to assume more of you skipped ahead at this point, but for everyone else who's still sticking around, we're going to keep trying to come up with some sort of commentary. Wow, you people are sadists if you're enjoying this. But anyway, as I was saying, I try a little bit to go the other way because I'm getting tired of going that way. And there's nothing. There's no way for me to get over to that little rock, I'm pretty sure. I think at some point I'm going to try summoning a Keese at some point, or that may have been last time. I think I may have tried that last time. I don't remember if that worked any better or not. The problem with using the Keese is, for those who are wondering, you can bind yourself to the Keese and follow them using the follow option on that spell, and you'll follow them as they fly around. The downside is, of course, you can't control where the Keese goes. So, yeah, probably didn't do it this time. Probably remembering last time. That's fine. I don't think it helped either. I don't think that worked. Maybe it did. Maybe that was the trick I was missing, but... Alright, that's not good enough. Yeah, see, I don't even bother jumping. I know it has to be on an angle a little bit. Nope, that's probably not good enough either. Nope. Yeah, that's the right angle. There we go. Getting that angle is very difficult. Alright. Yeah, no, if I distant cast it, it goes too far. And I can't really position them with bind here. Okay, this looks good. You're probably thinking. Not good enough, I'm afraid. It's a little too far this way towards the screen, and not far enough towards the ledge where I want to jump. I'm going to bang my head on the ceiling again and fall in the lava. There you go. That's that was just a mistimed jump. And that one's too far. Alright. Yeah, that one properly. That's pretty good. I don't know if it's good enough. No. Too far on this side. Has to be a bit further along. The wind pillar actually does help with positioning this one. Fair. But it really throws you off for some of the other ones. And it really makes it difficult. And there we go again. And again. And again! I'm seriously running out of things to say, people. I try to usually say things as much as I can during these videos, try and keep you entertained with my commentary, especially some of these boring parts. But there's nothing I can really say, unfortunately. Like, nothing. I mean, I don't know what else to say, really, because... Oh, I managed to jump that time. There we go. Oh, that's probably a bit too far. Am I going to attempt it? No. There we go, that's better. I'm literally getting better at judging that now, at least. Yeah, I'm trying to think which one's the better way to go, because obviously you can try and go one way or to the left, one way to the middle there, and I guess to the right, but I don't see how you're going to get there because it's further, and ledge is further away. Yeah, no, that's not good enough. Yeah, at this point I'm trying to summon it on a distance at an angle. Unfortunately, the angle's not right. And besides, it's too far for me to jump anyway. Okay, that's good, but again, I'm gonna hit the ceiling. Nope, nope, I'm just gonna miss-time the jump and fall. Yeah, this wasn't fun. Alright, anyone left at this point is sadistic to enjoying my suffering to the point of probably being a sociopath. But however, for all of you who are still sticking around at this point, I'm going to attempt to try and say something because we're almost there anyway. But I'm not sure what exactly to say, because I think I've said basically everything over the past, what, 15 minutes or so I've been doing this. Yep, there we go. Hit the ceiling again. I'm going to need to have to heal soon again. That's the nice thing about that royal bed echo. I'm so glad I have that. Otherwise, I'd be burning through so many potions here. And I need them, presumably, for the boss. Yeah, that's right. There's a boss fight at the end of this. This is just the path to the door. Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, I'd love to come up with more witty commentary or anything at this point, but I'm, like, literally scraping the bottom of the barrel here, people. I am not sure what's left to say, really. You can see I'm trying to get through this as quickly as possible. I'm not even stopping to heal when I probably should at this point. I'm pushing as far as I can because I know it's only a half heart worth of damage for a lot. It should be a lot more. We should probably just die. At this point, I probably really wanted to stop playing, but I soldiered on. I wanted to get through this. There you go. Now I'm going to heal. Alright, but I'm basically out of commentary at this point, and my throat is honestly getting a little sore from having to talk over all this for nothing. I'm going to skip ahead now to where we actually get through this. Anyone who wants to stick around and watch me can do so in silence, unfortunately, because I've run out of commentary. Sorry. Yes! Finally! I finally made it through! Oh, that was so frustrating. Alright. You have no idea how tempting it was to edit that down to being a bit shorter, but no, I wanted the full thing on there just so you could see how long it took me to get through that section. Alright. I want to save and stop playing at the moment, but I also want to kill something, so let's fight the boss. Alright, I don't care what this boss is. Nothing could be worse than that. Oh, joy, more lava. This really looks familiar. Wait a second. Is this? Yeah, it is. Volvagia. Speaking of references to Ocarina of Time, that's the last time we saw this guy. Unless you want to count Olga from Hyrule Warriors, which I don't. Alright. So, anyone hoping for a really difficult and fulfilling boss fight after that? Is in for disappointment. The arena is more dangerous than he is. I basically summon this Ice Wizrobe and spend the entire time dodging the fight. So Volvagia has a couple of tricks up his sleeve. So obviously, as you can see, it has a fire breath that spits a series of fireballs out. They'll start flying around the arena. It used to cause volcanic rocks to fall from the ceiling, but it doesn't have that trick anymore. It has a magical amulet around its neck now, which you can generate fire into and create these large homing green fireballs, which aren't too difficult to avoid because they move pretty slowly. And as we progress this, it'll add an extra attack later. So this is mainly what it does. So there's no Megaton hammer in this game, obviously. So there's nothing really for us to do to hit it. So we just have to keep targeting it and wait until my Ice Wizrobe actually tags it with a spell. I could have done all sorts of things, but believe me, after what I just went through, I'm going to brook no arguments here. I'm doing this the way I want to, and this is quite fun for me. Just not taking this boss fight very seriously at all. Yeah, the Wizrobe dies a few times because it can't quite get out of the way quickly of all these projectiles. Lots of fireballs in this fight flying around. Yeah, obviously Volvagia's weak point is, as far as I can tell, that amulet it's wearing. Because anywhere else the spells will just bounce off. Alright, we reached phase 2, which didn't take very long. Like I said, so phase 2 has a few differences. First of all, Volvagia will start conjuring those green fireballs a lot more often. And second of all, it upgrades its breath weapon. Now it's a stream of fire which turns the ground into, well, volcanic lava, essentially, for a brief period of time. Volvagia also will start flying around a bit more now. But apart from that, there's not much difference. We mainly have to worry about... Oh, also, it doesn't just stick to those holes. It actually just comes out of the lava sometimes. Alright. It also still keeps its fireball breath attack. It doesn't use those often. It likes using these homing green fireballs instead. The ones that look like miniature suns throwing at us. That reminds me of Aria of Sorrow, because that's what I used to call those fireballs the demons threw at me. There we go. There we go. See? Witty anecdote. When I'm not bored out of my mind or frustrated with a really annoying puzzle, I come up with those. Yeah, as you can see, it's now spitting out more fireballs. I think it was 3 in the first phase, now it's 5. Fortunately, it will sometimes just target the Wizrobe because it's a valid target, which means we're safe. There we go. Yeah, not much else to say about this fight, unfortunately. So yeah, this is mainly just dodging and applying damage. This is a pretty straightforward boss fight after Scorch Hill, which just really ramps home the point that I'm pretty sure we were meant to come here first, because this is easier. But that's fine. After that really long, annoying puzzle. That might be the reason. Maybe they wanted us to have an easy boss fight after that. Maybe they felt it would be cathartic. And there we go. We take out Volvagia for the second time. What are the odds that we'd have to fight the same boss twice in a row? Well, that happens quite a bit in Zelda, actually. We get another heart container, and Try gets another level. Level 8. A lot of our echoes cost less now, including the platform echo, which is nice. And the chomp fin, which is good. Those are really the only ones I'm using, though. Alright, give me... Oh, that's right. We don't get the heart containers yet, because we have to talk to Din. Alright, Goddess of Power. I have a bone to pick with you. Why couldn't you put your temple somewhere more accessible and more friendly than a volcano? Yeah, I have demonstrated true stubbornness through putting through that. Yes, thank you. Give me your sanction. For crying out loud, you have no idea how annoying that was. Din's sanction. We just need one more now. Okay, apparently we're going to find out about our enemy now. Before the creation of skies and lands, there was a void, a vast nothingness. That's quite common in most mythologies. Some things would begin to take form, only to be devoured by the one who dwelt there. Alright, and that thing would be what we encountered. The name of this one is Null. Well, Null and Void, yeah. So, okay. So, a being of utter emptiness and entropy. Consume it all, life in this room. Yeah, there's a lot of those in a lot of fiction. The three goddesses were able to abide this and create the skies and lands to contain Null. Wow, this is getting close to Order of the Stick, actually. It's sealed within the world. The world is a prison for it. Yeah, and then the rifts start forming. Yeah, this is... Did Nintendo really... I mean, I can't really claim they copied it because... I mean, it's a pretty common concept. And the tries are created to keep the balance by mending the rifts. Okay. Yeah, for those of you who have read Order of the Stick, you should know that's kind of the plot line for the Snarl in that, which is kind of a similar entity to Null. But, I think it's just a coincidence. That or someone Nintendo really likes Order of the Stick too as well, so I don't think so. Null, our enemy has an enemy name now. Yeah, it does. Alright. Time to grab that heart container and get out of here. Yes, let's go back to our world. And then let's never come back to Eldin, ever. Alright, let's get out of here. Ah, we're out of there now. Unfortunately, we're still in Eldin. The giant rift is gone, yes. That took way too long to do. Oh, yeah, that's, Oh, okay, we're back here with the Gorons. They saved us trouble of having to get back here. That's nice. Okay, there's gonna be a bit of a celebration. Oh, they're throwing us up in the air. Okay, fine. As long as it's brief, because like I said, that took way too long. This video's gone way over time. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about time limits. Come on, just let me do the outro already. Well, I definitely feel like I regretted coming here, and I felt it was a mistake a few times, so we're fine, we're even. Thank you so much for keeping this brief. Yeah, you go back to your chief duties, and I'll wrap up this video. I am definitely never coming back here ever. Try let me do that. Okay. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and please join me here again next time when we will be heading towards the S.A.N wetlands, most likely. I might do some side stuff before then, but yeah, this has gone way over long. Thank you for your patience. I hope you enjoyed my suffering in that puzzle. And please join me here again next time as we will continue our adventures in the lands of Hyrule. And I will continually pray every single day that I never have to come back to Eldin. Ever. Goodbye, everyone.